guys, welcome back to another Move Me Yoga Food Life episode. So today is a very significant day for us. Today is the 26th of August 2014. Now on this day, 3 years ago, 2011, was the day that we officially stopped killing animals. In other words, we became vegan. So today is our 3-year vegan anniversary. So this was the day that we reclaimed our compassion, which was essentially stolen from us at birth by every institution in society. And when I say us, I don't just mean Luca and I mean all of us. This is what we all experience from the day that we're born.
So our vegan story, we were raised eating meat, dairy and eggs just like everybody else, and did so up until the age of 29 when we became vegetarian. We remained vegetarian for 2 years, not fully understanding the consequences of eating dairy and eggs. And then after that 2-year period, there was a 6-month period where we were transitioning from vegetarianism to veganism. We were starting to make more of the ethical connections, and we were also focusing more on our health and realizing that dairy and eggs weren't the best choices for our health either. Until we came across a video on YouTube by Gary Yourofsky, an amazing animal rights activist, and the speech was titled, "The Best Speech You'll Ever Hear." So naturally we clicked on it and watched it, of course, and it was literally a life-changing speech. And Gary finally helped us to make all of the connections. So from that day forward, not only did we stop eating all animal products altogether, but we also stopped wearing and using animals in all facets of our lives.
So this was an extremely liberating day for us. We were both shocked, but so grateful for having seen Gary's speech and sat through the whole thing. And it was a day of liberation because we finally had all the information and we could finally make a choice and put up our hand and say, no, stop, not in our names anymore. We don't want to be part of that. We don't want to support it. We don't want to pay somebody else to produce these foods or products. And so it was a day of liberation. Couldn't believe the way we had lived our lives up until that point. And at the same time, we were so grateful that we had finally seen everything that we had, heard all the information, got everything together and thought, well, this is fantastic. We can now make better choices for the rest of our lives. And we can now help other people make better choices for the rest of their lives. So the very first thing we did was actually email the link to Gary's speech to everybody, all of our contacts in our email list. And that was the very first step of advocacy. It started right away, first thing. It was very interesting. You know, the haters, they came out straight away. We had the haters and we had people who, yes, were very open to change, and it hasn't stopped. We're still going, still got the haters, still got the supporters. That's just life, but we'll never stop spreading this message.
That's for sure. So we're going to post Gary's video here immediately after our own video. And we strongly encourage you to watch it if you haven't before, or even to re-watch it if you watched it the first time and didn't manage to make all of the connections. Perhaps you need a refresh and perhaps you're going to be more open to it in this particular moment. It is a literally life-changing speech. We speak from personal experience and we encourage everybody to watch it and to make the connections and to make the changes. So here it is, guys. Thanks for watching.
Please share this.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Gary Yourofsky. Please take a moment and jot down my email address and my website in case you want to contact me later on. Today we're going to talk about the world's forgotten victims, animals, and the world's oldest and strongest addiction, meat. I'm going to challenge your belief systems today, so certain parts of the speech will be intense. But let me start with a quick disclaimer. I am not here to be your enemy. The views expressed today do not necessarily reflect the views of your professor or this institution. I am not trying to take you away from your religion. No religion mandates meat eating. The golden rule states, do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. Animals qualify as others. And thou shalt not kill. The four most important yet most ignored words in all religious teachings. There's not an asterisk next to that commandment saying, unless you walk on all fours, have fur, feathers, horns, beaks, or gills. You can keep your friends, your politics, and your patriotism, still watch your favorite TV shows and listen to your favorite music, even if it's Ted Nugent. I'll be making some sarcastic yet truthful comments throughout the speech. Please feel free to laugh while I'm being sarcastic. Just don't laugh during the serious parts. Now, I'm going to speak for around 65, maybe 70 minutes, but then we'll do a Q&A session after for about a half an hour, so hold your questions until then. In the meantime, I have some rhetorical questions for you. Is slavery, owner, victim, profit, domination, exclusive to the human race? Have blacks, Jews, women, and children been the only victims of this atrocity? Have not cows been enslaved? What about pigs, chickens, turkeys, fish, sheep? If they're not enslaved, then what are they? Free? Can slavery have a victim that is neither human nor animal? Have not the oceans, the forests, the earth itself become victims of ownership too? And what about a slaughterhouse? House of slaughter. Slaughterhouse. Do you really think there's such a thing as humane slaughter? Exactly what is your definition of humane? Besides psychological and physical abuse, torture, dismemberment, and murder, what else do you think happens to animals inside of a slaughterhouse? You think they get belly rubs and tushy slaps? And if you think there's such a thing as humane slaughter, I'm curious, do you also think there's such a thing as humane rape? Humane child molestation? Humane slavery? How about a humane Holocaust? In fact, what is your definition of a Holocaust? Is it a massacre of human beings or a massacre of innocent beings? I thought it was innocent, which brings us to the biggest Holocaust massacre of all. Every year in America, without mercy, we murder 10 billion land animals and 18 billion marine animals. Not for health, survival, sustenance, or self-defense. People eat meat, cheese, milk, and eggs for 4 reasons: habit, tradition, convenience, taste. I want to define a word that might be new to some people right now, and it's vegan. It's up there on the screen, V-E-G-A-N. Vegans, like vegetarians, do not consume the meat of any land or marine animal. Vegans, however, unlike vegetarians, also refrain from eating cheese, milk, eggs, honey, or any animal product whatsoever. We also don't wear animal skins, no fur, leather, wool, silk, or down. Now, I want to let y'all know that I was not raised vegan. I ate meat, cheese, milk, and eggs for around 25 years. I used to wear leather shoes and belts and jackets like everyone else. In fact, around 20 years ago, I even owned a fur coat. Needless to say, I understand your lifestyle. It used to be mine. And for people involved in politics, let's get this out of the way right now. I am not a Democrat, an anarchist, or some hippie with a closet full of tie-dye shirts. I'm not a Republican, a socialist, or a fascist. I'm an activist. Root word is active.